Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 16th of June 2023. Let's start with our session. Sagar Samriti is an initiative of which union ministry? So Sagar Samriti has been launched recently and it is a kind of online dredging monitoring system that aims to accelerate the waste to wealth initiative of Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. Okay, and this system has been developed by the National Technology Center for Ports, Waterways and Coast, which is the technological arm of Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. Okay, so Sagar Samriddhi is the initiative of this particular ministry. Next question is again related to ministry. Which union ministry announced the Antarashtriya Yoga Divas Media Samman? So the second edition of Antarashtriya Yoga Divas Media Samman was announced recently by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and under this initiative 33 awards will be given under the categories named as, for example, print, television, radio, etc. in total 22 Indian languages and English. Fine. So Antarashtriya Yoga Divas Media Samman is associated with Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and this was its second edition. Which company has initiated a pilot study on vehicles utilizing E27 fuel and ethanol blended diesel fuel? So HPCL means Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited has initiated a pilot study on vehicles utilizing E27 fuel and ethanol blended diesel fuel, and this pioneering research program by an oil marketing company in India corresponds with the country's plan to promote the ethanol blending in gasoline by 2025. Also, HPCL will evaluate ethanol diesel trials on passenger cars for a targeted mileage accumulation of 20,000 kilometers initially. Fine. So recently HPCL has initiated this pilot study on vehicles that utilized E27 fuel and ethanol blended diesel fuel. Next is, which Indian armed force is set to procure the tactical land radio through innovations for defense excellence? So Indian Army recently signed the second procurement contract through innovations for defense excellence to procure indigenously developed the tactical land radio, which would actually help in creating secure tactical land in remote and difficult terrain. Okay, so for this purpose Indian Army signed the second deal under Make in India initiative with Bangalore based Astrom Tech through this iDex program. Fine. So Indian Army is set to procure this tactical land radio. Which armed force procured the first barge LSAM 15 Yard 125 from a Athens based private company? So the first ammunition cum torpedo cum missile LSAM 15 has been delivered to the Indian Navy recently by the Suryadipta projects. Okay, and this is the Athens based private company. So this is in line with the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative of the Indian government. Fine. So Indian Navy has procured this thing. Which country passed the Ending China's Developing Nation Status Act? So the US Senate Foreign Relations Committee recently approved the Ending China's Developing Nation Status Act to strip China of its status as a developing nation at some international organization. And this developing nation status provides China special privilege in some international organization or treaties. Fine. So recently USA has passed this Ending China's Developing Nation Status Act. The foundation stone for a fisheries harbour has been laid in which state or the union territory? So the foundation stone for a Cochin fisheries harbour was laid recently, and this project is worth 169.17 crore rupees. So Union Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, along with Union Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, laid the foundation stone of modernization and upgradation works of Cochin Fishing Harbour in the state of Kerala. Fine. Who is our Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways? This is Mr. Sarbanand Sonowal. And who is the Minister for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying? This is Purushottam Rupala. Fine. So this foundation stone for a fisheries harbour has been laid in the state of Kerala. Also, a recent study that was published in one of the diabetes journal has uncovered that the occurrence of diabetes in India stands at 11.4%. Also, the study found that 35.5% of the population experiences hypertension, while 15.3% are affected by pre-diabetes. Fine. Simply can be asked that as per a recent study, what is the prevalence of diabetes in India? Answer would be 11.4%. Next is, which institution developed the National Single Window System for the investors? So the National Single Window System is developed by DPIIT, and it is a one-stop digital platform for the investors for approvals and clearances. And the government is planning to bring all approvals and clearances for launching the sugar and ethanol projects under this digital platform. Okay. So DPIIT means Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade has developed this National Single Window System for the investors. Also, can you tell me, SCORES is the grievance redressing platform of which particular institution? So this SCORES platform belongs to SEBI, and it allows the public to lodge a complaint with the SEBI and view its status. So as many as 2,457 complaints against companies and market intermediaries have been disposed of via this platform. Fine. Simply you can be asked that SCORES is the grievance redressing platform of which institution? Answer would be SEBI. Janan Bushehri is the only woman legislator elected in which country's general election? So as we know that opposition lawmakers won a majority in Kuwait's parliament with only one woman, that is Janan Bushehri, elected. And since Kuwait adopted a parliamentary system in 1962, the legislature has been dissolved around 12 or 13 times. Fine. So Janan Bushehri is the only woman legislator elected in Kuwait. Can you tell me why Rayana Barnabi is important and she was also in news these days? Do let me know in the comment section. Next is, which state or the union territory implements the Guru Jyoti scheme? So Karnataka state government clarified the guidelines of Guru Jyoti, under which 200 units of free power will be introduced. So those seeking free power under this Yojana should enroll through the Seva Sindhu portal of the state government. And the state has 2.16 crore consumers who use less than 200 units of power. Right? So Guru Jyoti scheme is implemented by the state of Karnataka. Who is the current Chief Minister of Karnataka? Mr. Siddharam Ayya. And who is the current Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka? This is Mr. D.K. Shiv Kumar. Right. Next is, Union Cabinet has approved the revival package of which company with an outlay of 89,000 crore rupees. So the Union Cabinet has approved the third revival package for BSNL with a total outlay of 89,047 crore rupees. And it includes an allotment of 4G and 5G spectrum for BSNL through equity infusion. And the authorized capital of BSNL will be increased from 1,50,000 crore rupees to 2,10,000 crore rupees. Fine. So your answer would be BSNL. Which country is the host of this year's edition of Miss World pageant? So Miss World pageant is one of the oldest beauty pageants in the world, and the Miss World organization recently announced that India is the venue for this year's edition of the event. So contestants from over 130 countries will showcase their talents, intelligence and compassion here, and they will participate in a series of rigorous competitions including the talent showcases, sports challenges and charitable initiatives, etc. Fine. So which country is the host of this year's edition of Miss World pageant? Answer would be India. Which Indian state is set to organize international trade show? So this show will be organized from 21st of September to 25th of September in Greater Noida. And in this event, the Uttar Pradesh government will focus on 40 sectors, and during the 3-day Global Investors Summit that was held in Lucknow 1 year before, the state received investment proposals worth 35 lakh crore rupees, and of this the 3 Noida authorities alone accorded 27%. Right? So Uttar Pradesh is set to organize international trade show. The last question says, which state announced a 3-year tax exemption on agricultural income of tea? So Assam tea has completed its 200 years, and in view of this, the Assam government announced its decision to provide a 3-year tax exemption on agricultural income from 1st of April. Also, the government announced interest subvention on the working capital loan by the tea states and subsidies on production and on purchase of plant and machinery for orthodox tea production. Fine. So Assam state has announced a 3-year tax exemption on agricultural income of tea. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with our revision session, in which we are doing the current affairs revision for the month of May, and this is the 7th part in this series. So today we'll be doing the questions from 91 up to 105. First question is, Dauki land port, which was recently inaugurated, is located between India and which other country? So recently the 10th land port between India and Bangladesh was inaugurated at Dauki, which lies in the state of Meghalaya, right? And it is expected to boost the trade and ease travel between the two neighboring countries. Which Indian naval ship has been decommissioned after providing 36 years of service? This is INS Magar. INS Magar has been decommissioned recently after 36 years of its service, and it was built by Garden Reach shipbuilders and engineers. Which country hosted the Machine Scan C 2023 summit? The summit was hosted by the country UAE. And aim of the summit was to bring together experts from across the world to discuss the future of artificial intelligence and its potential in contributing to the country's vision of creating the next Silicon Valley. Which institution, along with the Bank for International Settlements, launched G20 Tech Sprint? Here answer will be Reserve Bank of India. So Tech Sprint will actually focus on developing innovative technology solutions for cross-border payment. The battlefield surveillance system is associated with which armed force? Actually, Indian Army is working on creating a battlefield surveillance system, the aim of which is to provide a composite operational picture to the commanders and staffs at all levels for swift decision making. Fine. Don't forget that this system is being built under Project Sanjay, which seeks to create multiple surveillance systems, centers for the field formation and enable the integration of a large number of sensors. The Clinical Trial Opportunities in India report has been released by PwC India in association with which institution? So Clinical Trial Opportunities in India report was released by PwC India and the US India Chamber of Commerce, that is USAIC. What's inside the report is not at all important. Where is the India-Sri Lanka Friendship Auditorium being set up? So the foundation stone for India-Sri Lanka Friendship Auditorium was laid at Sri Lanka Air Force Academy, which lies in Trinco, Mali. Okay, and this auditorium will be built under a grant assistance of 25 crore Lankan rupees by India. The Amazon Fund is maintained by which financial institution? So Amazon Fund was created to raise donation for investment in efforts to prevent deforestation in the Brazilian Amazon, and that's why it is maintained by the Brazilian Development Bank. Where is the COP28 scheduled to be held? The venue for this event was Dubai. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has signed MOU with which organization for technical assistance under the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0. So Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has signed this MOU with Rights Limited for technical assistance for solid waste management and used water management under the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0. What is the satellite which would be launched in partnership by Surrey Satellite Technology Limited and Oxford Space System? The name of this satellite is CAR-SAR. Okay. CRyoSat is a program associated with which space agency? It is a European Space Agency Earth observer that carries an instrument called a radar altimeter to study the variations in height among the planet's surface and changes in the ice field. Akashvani will be the permanent name of which institution? So Indian government recently announced that All India Radio will be exclusively referred to as Akashvani from now. Previously, these two names were used interchangeably, but now its name would be Akashvani. Which is the first state to provide digital health cards for children? This is Uttar Pradesh. And school health program was launched recently by the Urban Development Department and Lucknow Smart City. And this initiative makes Uttar Pradesh the first state in the country to provide digital health cards for the children. Galapagos Island is a UNESCO World Nature Heritage Site situated in which country? This island lies in the country Ecuador. And why it was in news? Because Credit Suisse and Ecuador government have entered into an agreement to spend millions of dollars for 2 decades to protect these islands' ecosystem. Fine. So this island lies in the country Ecuador. So these are the next 15 questions from the month of May, and tomorrow we'll take it ahead and we will cover the question from 106 up to 120. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Hatsana signing off.